Hey guys, coming to you today with another video. We are doing Sit Down Sundays number 2. Now I realize it's Monday, but honestly, since the market's closed, I thought that it was Sunday today. It feels like a Sunday. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so we're going to do it today. Sit Down Sundays number 2. Today we're going to talk a little bit about holding winners. I had a comment on the last one. J-Man, thank you for the comment. I remember having problems with taking profits too early. So I watched your old videos, blah, blah, blah. If you can make a video of not selling too early and the mentality behind it, that would be great. So I've decided that that's what I'm going to talk about. So we'll go back to the SPY trade that I had on the day after the missile attacks. These were the missile attacks. I've already talked about this trade, but I want to talk about it again with the theme of not selling early. So if we remember, these missile attacks just wrecked the market. Like the market from the high of that day to the low. The SPY itself was down over 2% at one point. Now, for the SPY, that's crazy. There were stocks that were just plummeting. Everything was going straight down. And then the next day is the day that he was going to speak on the attacks. So everyone was fearful. Everyone thought the market was going to collapse. And I was just thinking of long. I was just trying to go long. I thought we were going to hit all-time highs, or at least back up towards this gap fill that I have here on the 60-minute. So I was trying to think against the herd, against the trend. Well, not against the trend, but against the herd. I mean, this trend is clearly upwards, but definitely against the herd, because everyone else thought that it was going to continue this nasty sort of sell-off. So with that in mind, let's go to the 5-minute. So the next day, it was just kind of, it was being bought up off of some key levels from the previous day. Definitely some bigger volume than normal because of the volatility, because of the uncertainty of, that was a scary time. Not just for what the heck just happened, but with the markets. Everyone was wondering, how is this going to be World War III? What's going to happen? So we were just kind of ranging. We made it up over pre-market highs. We made it down below. So I thought that this could go all the way to 325. And at the time, it was closer to 323. Again, for the SPY, that's a huge move. That's almost a full percent. And on options contracts, that means that my option was likely going to move over 500%. So I was definitely expecting something big. So it's not everything just to have the plan. You have to have the execution in place. You have to have your plan and then follow the frickin' plan. So he started talking right around here at 11:30, and then we finally got the move. Now this whole way up, I didn't frickin' sell until my target. Now I did find the two pictures I sent, because I sent them to my friend as I was trading them. But since the option has expired, I can't show you the chart on my actual platform. But I did find the screenshots of them. So I was in two different strikes. I was in, I think it was the 324 strike, which was out of the money at the time. And I was paying myself and buying and selling the whole day at what I thought were key levels. So I was selling into strength. I was adding into weakness, and then selling into strength. I was using that strike to work a core and to pay myself. But the other strike, and I'll go over this in a second, but the other strike here, I had just bought in the morning, and I was just holding to target. I bought these at 7 cents. I remember my average was 7 cents. And they went all the way up to 55 cents. I don't know what the math is on that, but that's like 700 or 800%. Let's do it here. 7, what is it? 12, so that'll be about 87%, or 870%, or something crazy like that. So 800%, nuts. So when it broke 325, That's where I sold. I told myself I'm not frickin' selling until 325. I'm not selling on the way up here. I'm not selling when I'm up 200%. Sorry, excuse me. 300%, 400%. I'm not selling until I'm up 7 to 40. What is that? Man, my math is not so good. That's closer to 500%, I think. 550. So it takes a lot of discipline to not sell anywhere in here, like in the 20s. Like again, my average was 7 cents on like 30 contracts or 40, something like that contracts. And I was up pretty decent in here, a couple $100, 300, 400, 500. I'm thinking to myself, man, I got to just take some. But that's not what this was for. This was not my plan for this strike. You have to hold your winners to your targets. If it didn't work, then this would have come all the way back down and I would have probably stopped out for break even or whatever it was. But this was the strike. You can see here I was buying, I was selling, I was adding, I was selling a little, I was buying. I think I accidentally sold some in here. And then I was just holding for the bigger move. I didn't get a chance to sell on this spike, so I couldn't add again down in here. And then as it came back up, I was selling, and I had a nice freaking fat day because I held to my targets. I sold a lot of this early. I think this was 2/3 of the position right here at 70 cents. And I kept going over $1. So this was the strike that I killed it on because I held my winner. You guys have to have targets in your head. You have to have, like right here, this was where I was like, you can't even see 325 on the chart for this day. But I said, we have the potential to get back up to 325 to this gap fill. And I want to hold some for it because if I do and it works, it'll be awesome. And I added, what, 50 or 40% gains extra on the day. I had a disgusting day for my account. It was awesome. And if I didn't do that, or if I had a sold up in no man's land up here, I would have been upset with myself because I didn't follow my plan. Now, that is just a small sliver of what it takes to trade really well, is holding your winners. But that's all we're going to talk about today on Sit Down Sundays, even though it's a Monday. I don't care. I hope that was useful. Give me your comments below about examples maybe that you have had where you struggle with this or where you've done really well with it. But most importantly, please, guys, give me some more ideas for next week. I don't know why I picked the microphone up. This is probably way too loud. Give me some suggestions or struggles that you guys have had with trading, and I'll talk about it next week. So with that, peace.